they're just in tubes, and they're signed posters from like Bonnaroo. Lots of Bonnaroo ones are in the tubes, where multiple big bands and things like that signed them at the end of our work there. So yeah, so a lot of that stuff we'll just have to figure out what we want on the walls. We actually had on the walls in here a lot of posters that were signed and things as well. So we've still got those back in the back room. There's a lot. Okay, well, good. Well, we got Jay, we've got Slim and Stony. We'll be putting some stuff your way, guys. Yeah, they would be. So great. No, it's good to know that there's some interest in stuff like that. Like we could do some giveaways for that kind of thing. Yeah, be fun. I would have a heyday in your house with everything you guys are getting rid of. Well, and you know what? It's been a pleasure owning it. We just don't have room for it. And it's stuff that we would keep. We obviously like it, but our life moving forward is not going to be conducive to owning a bunch of stuff anymore. We won't have enough walls to put all that stuff on, you know? So yeah. So stay tuned, guys. We'll keep stuff like that for giveaways. Tom and I have already talked about it. We've already put some other stuff aside that we feel like people might like, just because it's unique and you can't just buy it in a store. And that stuff I feel like could be fun to give away to the folks in the community. I wish I had walls for that. Well, Jay, maybe you might just have to pick one that you like and we'll send you one, because you have room for one, and maybe that's all that you need. All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and take this, if I can't even carry this. I'm going to take this one big pile of coats and I'm going to take it into the bedroom, just so we're not wrecking the vibe of this room. Trying not to Oh, mic check. Thanks, Clap. Let me check it. Let me check. I'm sure we're probably about. Yep. Let me go ahead and change it out and start charging the other. That's a good call, love. Thank you. Let me get a shout out for our mods. Mod love in chat. T, Shayna, Clab, and Darren. They're amazing. All right. There you go. Should be good. They keep everything running and they keep Tom and I on track. So good, and we appreciate you guys immensely. All right. And the other one is charging, so we are good to go. One of these days I'll get like another set, and that way we'll just have enough mic for all day, not have to worry about swapping off. Oh, thank you, Clab. Appreciate you, love. Thank you, Me Fan. Thank you for shouting out our mods. I appreciate you. All right. I can't lift all this with the way my ribs hurt. All right, so I'm gonna take this and then I'll be right back for another load. See, what time is it? Oh, 4:20. Hey, it's 4:20. Literally, I checked my watch. It's 4:20 for those of you slim and stony in the house. Look at that, love. That's some slim and stony juju right there. Oh, your bedroom is covered in your niece's artwork. Oh. Yeah. I still have never tried it, Jay. I was either, like when I was younger, I was in the military. That was not something you wanted to mess with, especially, you got security clearances and things you got to worry about, like you're monitored. So I didn't try it then. The only thing I didn't even try like liquor before I joined the Air Force. I had tried beer in high school, but that was about it. And then, then I became a mom and certainly didn't want to get caught, and have anything like that happen. And with Tom having his clearances and things like that, where he was working, I just didn't. And then I worked for the school district and, there was always the chance there of getting tested or what have you. So I've never lived in a state where it's legal. So I just haven't ever tried it. That's what I've heard. And people say that. And I'm totally open to trying it. I'm not opposed to it at all. I just want it to be legal when I do, and I've not been in a situation, where I want to try something new, where I've been with, hanging out with someone who is just gonna social situation where that was a thing. And a lot is, I'm now married to someone who's sober, so really trying new ways to get high is probably not as acceptable in my home as it used to be. But if I was out with a bunch of friends or whatever, and I might, one day I would like to just know. Yeah, do it off stream. Yeah, absolutely. I get into a lot less fight stoned than I did when I was drunk. Oh, yeah, probably, right? If we had time in Nevada, Shayna. Well, there'll be other times, love. We're coming to Idaho, so. I thought Tennessee went recreational. Yeah, not yet. What they did is they, kind of turned up like possession from felony possession. It's still misdemeanor. It's still against the law, but they just, I guess, decriminalized it by making it a misdemeanor and not a felony. But it's medical. You'll spend time laughing your butt off the first time. Oh, Idaho is a no-go. Oh. I thought it was legal there, Shayna. I've smoked for 41 years, so it's just like smoking cigarettes, pretty much. Yeah, decriminalized it. Yes, I think they'll eventually get there, Slim. I mean, I hope they do. I did some work in Colorado, actually, ironically enough. Dixie's here. where we talked about the folks in education in Colorado were through the moon because a percentage of the sale of marijuana was going to fund the school system. And they were like, had a windfall of money and all of a sudden had money to start educating kids. It was wonderful. And I'm like, Tennessee should do that. Like, there's things that our state needs to be able to fund that they say they can't fund now. Make marijuana legal, collect a bunch of tax money, and go ahead and start benefiting the folks who live here. Sorry, I don't mean to get into all of that, but, you know, it's just, it's a no-brainer. If people are doing it anyway, you might as well make some money off of it and better, you know, society as a whole by being able to spread the wealth a little bit. Kentucky has gone medicinal, but not in effect until January 2025. Aw, thank you, Dixie. I appreciate that, love. You're on our list to come visit too, so maybe that'll be my first time. Oregon border is 50 minutes. I tell my nieces and nephews, stick to weed and beer. They sometimes listen. Yet Oregon was out of state debt in 6 months when they went recreational. See? That's what it, instead of telling people like all the things you can't do, let them do it and tax the shit out of it. Benefit, you know, let's just do that. 9 to 10 plates. Because if people are going to make money on it, because there's such a high demand, just like sales tax that we pay for anything else, you know? Our infrastructure and things that we all enjoy as communities are funded with tax money. We don't get street lights, we don't get good roads, we don't get good water systems, all that stuff without tax money. And this is a great way to make it because there's a demand. It's funny, Shayna, we went to Reno. We got out and drove everywhere. We went to Oregon. I still don't know why until we got there. I was in shock. Green ass here. I got my 4 legal plants growing in my backyard. They are looking good. Oh, that's so cool, Jay. Yeah, that's really cool. And, you know, and why not let people do that, right? So did you have to, so Jay, if you want to grow 4 legal plants, do you have to, is that just automatically for every citizen, or do you have to get a license or something, you know what I mean, where they collect some money? Because that's all really a license is where you check a box, I've done this, you know who I am, and I'm paying you some money to be able to do a thing. Yep, the legal states are figuring out they can make serious money if they sell it and use banks with their profits. Yes, absolutely. The banks were was a huge issue when they first legalized it, though. Yes. Yeah, working all that out with all of the financial systems in a state, absolutely. That new infusion of funds and because it's quote a sin tax. I mean, some people don't want it to, you know, be used or you know, go somewhere else. I mean, so the whole system has to be looked at. And you never know, different states have different systems and tax systems and, you know, where things are gonna go. Like I said, I think with, and Dixie would be able to educate us more on that, but I know with Colorado, it was just such a conversation that I know some went to education, and I think the other part went to some infrastructure. But it was going in very specific places at first. I don't know if that's still the case, because once you get a certain amount, and because they got so much, they would have to change the legislation to be able to even funnel it to different places. We have so many dispensaries just in the town of 3,500, and we have 4. Wow. You know, I've done a lot of the research on its impact on some diseases. I've been especially fascinated with Parkinson's. And we have some folks that we know that are advanced Parkinson's patients, and there is evidence that it is basically a miracle drug for Parkinson's. But there's people who can't get it, and it's so frustrating. Dixie can educate you on nothing about where they put the tax money for the weed, but I can educate you on how to smoke the great weed. That is what they are doing here, getting everything set up, license laws, and the other day. Yeah, like who can prescribe it? When are you going to visit Memphis? Are you gonna visit Bass Pro Shop there? I heard it's the biggest one. That would be fun. Yeah, we are going to pretty soon. I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun stream because you guys know one of our community members, WHBQ, lives in Memphis, and he is a radio guy, obviously, just like Tom and a few others here are as well. So we're gonna go and visit HBQ. He's gonna show us around Memphis. He agreed to be on stream and stuff, so in the very near future, he's been traveling. And so once he's back and we can arrange for a weekend, hopefully a long weekend, I'd like to actually go. It'll be nice when I don't have to be back and Tom may be able to work remotely and things like that, or we can take just an extra day. It'll be great. So we'll go visit WHBQ and his crew, and he's going to show us around Memphis and show us some of the radio station properties and things like that. So get a sense of what's going on there. And Memphis Barbecue Supply knows WHBQ, maybe from some advertising or whatever. So we were asked to try to make that connection as well. So we'll be visiting Memphis Barbecue Supply too when we're out there in Memphis. I'm not a huge pot smoker by any means. A couple of pipes in the evening after the day is done and over. Yeah, nice. Well, just like folks have a glass of wine, right? Or a beer. I can tell you how great it's been for my health and getting off a multitude of pills and other treatments. See, that's a huge thing, Dixie. I am so interested in its value for that. You know, the fact that, and honestly for mental health, I think too, I think there's probably some, you know, real things to look at there because of its less addictive properties than alcohol and some other ways of relaxing. So, but yeah, I'm fascinated with the medicinal benefits of it. The treatments were destroying my internal organs, and I can be a safe haven for someone who wants to try it for the first time in their own free will, but I don't ever support pressuring people. Absolutely, love. Yeah. No, I think that's great. Hello, Hammer. How are you? It's good to see you. I know. He comes in just as we're talking about weed. I was a teenager once, and I do not like pills, especially pain pills. But when it is legal, I will partake for the pain. But too old to go to jail, so I will wait for the legal crap. Yeah, me too, me fan. I'm just not interested in risking that. You know, I'm fine with a cocktail or a glass of wine to try to relax me. Luckily, I'm not to the point of, needing it for medicinal benefits. But if I was, or someone that I love needs it, I am not beyond helping them either. So. It's like y'all saw me coming. How's everything going, Hammer? What's new? All right. So now I'm sitting here acting like I don't have anything to do. It was actually good to give my core a rest. It's interesting when I fell yesterday and just last night on top of a chair, right onto my ribs. Like my full weight just went down and I fell right on top of the edge of a chair that had fallen as well. And I don't know if I cracked some ribs. It hurts when I breathe. It actually is getting a little better with the movement, but when I tighten my core, like to bend over, how you know when you twist and you tighten your core, when I tighten my core, it's obviously pulling on the spot. So I have a contusion. Sounds very... Oh, you've done that before? It's a contusion. Yeah. A deep bruise. Do you have to change? Nah. It's raining out though. Tom did say 5 o'clock. It's 4:30. Nothing worth sharing, but I do have some THC. So it can't be all bad. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. And it's right on the two lower ribs, you know, at the bottom, like the ones that are the farthest down on the back, right here. My two lower ribs, and I've got an external bruise as well. It just goes straight across. You can see where it hit. And I can move. I think you're right, Jay. I mean, because I would think that I would probably have more of a sharp pain on breathing and things. When I laugh, it happens, but it takes forever to go away. Can't sleep. Yeah, last night, that was hard because I kept, the rest of my body wanted to sleep on that side, and a couple times I turned over and I'm like, oh no, that's not happening. Hi, Vecta. Keep toss or donut. There you go. All right. Okay. So, and this stuff is going into my closet. These go in here. These don't have others. Oh yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and take this stuff before Tom gets home, and then I'll get you guys ready to go to La La Land. And we'll be out of here soon.
From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait. Sharkbait.
Cappy!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait. Sharkbait. Enough with the Sharkbait. Sharkbait.
11 months, Cappy!
NJG26 Cappy subscribed to your channel for 11 months.
Oh man, thank you, Cappy. Thank you so much for the support and just being a part of what we're doing here. So appreciate you, love. How's it going? What is new? How's your weekend starting out? You off now? Is the end of the day here? I'm looking at the time. I bet it is. Cappy's weekend is going to start. What you got going on, love? We need to go play games with Cappy. Cappy's an amazing game host. Cappy is hosting like 4 games at one time. If you ever gone to his stream, and do give Cappy a follow. Cappy's got like all these screens going on. If you can't find something to do in Cappy's stream, there's something wrong with you. There's so much to do in Cappy's stream. Oh, thank you for the shout out for the cooking class pour as well. Yeah, what have you been doing, Hammer, as far as the stream? How's that been going? Got some of the tree broken up, so that's nice. Making a little progress. Good. Howdy, howdy. Cappy is the bomb. And he has the cutest little granddaughter. How's the munchkin doing, Cappy? Okay. I'm gonna take this and I'll come back and look at the responses. Yep. Pappy. Pappy, Cappy. I'll be right back. And I'm going to take this into the back room because all this goes just like it is. It's ready to go. Gonna go in my area, which I already know where that is. Oh, umbrellas. WTF. Okay. Your password with your address book with your password missing characters. Only you know. I use number in place of real letters or numbers. Oh, that's cool. I can't get into verified only because I can't remember my password. Oh, that's a good hack, Shayna. I do use LastPass. And it really is handy. There's a free version that you can have just on your phone, and I highly recommend it. It's good. So whenever I change my password, I just update it in my phone. Google now, I've been wanting to look at Google's password manager just because everything I'm trying to do Google anyway. So I jumped so freaking high. Super close lightning strike out of nowhere. I just got a notice on my phone saying lightning in your area. Thanks for that. Oh, yeah, just be careful. I know, but you love storms, T. Just not that close. It's a huge hassle, but helpful to set something up. I had to reset my Subway password yesterday. No idea why. I write them down, then lose them. Well, they're probably even safer on your phone because your phone requires, as long as your phone requires like your face or your thumb, probably even safer on your phone than they are written down. Like just using your notepad. Apple keychain, yep, stuff on Chrome, LastPass. I use Firefox just because they store all my passwords. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, same here. As we were sitting here chatting, I was like, oh, it's raining outside. It's very weird. I didn't know it was supposed to rain today. It is awesome. I will put part 1 in the weather thingy. Waiting on part 2.